Start heating up some water. All right. So, picking up where we left off, we're going to be making the vest for the character. Now, I did just separate all this stuff, but I regret doing that. I'm going to recreate that really quick. Okay, good. Hang on 1 second. What does that sound? I started heating up some water right when we started some jackhammering outside, so I thought I had done something. Anyway. Man, it would have been so cool to actually like do these stripes as part of fabric too. Like cut and combine all of them. That would have been a lot more work, but it'd be super interesting to see how the wrinkles came together out of that. Anyway, now what we're going to do right now right, the vest. So we're going to add a mirror and then a subdivision, a standard practice. I should really make a button for that. Okay, something like this. And I usually prefer to take this section in the back and tear this. Yeah. Just thinking about that. I don't need to do that for this one. Normally I would, though. Increase that. Okay. So the main difference with the one we had before and the one we have now is that we're not going to use the pinning for this because it's just laying on top of the body. I don't think it's quite necessary. We also just need to make sure we're actually making this correctly. So there is like a lining on the side and there is a collar. So we're going to try to make exactly that. The collar will be interesting. I haven't quite made a collar using this simulation process. So I wonder if we'll have some trouble getting that exact. But now that we've done that, let's slap some cloth on there. We'll do cotton, I guess. I'll try really hard to do that. Maybe leather. It looks a bit thicker, right? It's a bit of a thicker material. And to kind of give it some thickness, perfect. That is perfect value. Let's just hit play. Actually, it's a little bit too much. We'll do 0.003. Still too much. Let's make sure all our transforms are 0. All right, still in a little bit of trouble. Let's make sure this one's good. Thickness outer, 0.00. All right, better. Take this again. Let's put the subdivision up one more. Make sure we get a bit more wrinklage out of it. And what else? Maybe even one more. It's really making some clear corners, which I do not like. Really don't want that at all. Try to bring that in. Bring this in. Just round the back of this here. Hello! It's going well. Making progress. How's your day going? Or afternoon now? I just started the stream back up, so haven't done too much. Right now we're really just seeing how best to get a lot of detail in here. Because this vest that we're trying to recreate, it's got a lot of little wrinkles and stuff in it. So see how close we can get to that. Also the sides kind of come in a little bit more. And on the bottom too. More like nighttime, but it's great. Might see aurora lights today. Oh wow, where are you located? Oh, interesting. That's pretty cool. That would be very, very fun to see. I have not yet seen any aurora aurora in person. Aurora. Aurora. All right. Struggling with that word a little bit. But that's okay. It's definitely coming off to the side a little bit. Also, this comes down. To have an extrusion here. Go. It looks pretty good. Let's play again. I'd love for it to stick a little bit more. So let's turn on a little bit of pressure. I wish they had friction for this. A little bit of shrinking. Maybe it's a little too much shrinking. It's 0.02. Just a tiny, tiny teensy amount. Barely getting any wrinkles though. Man, let's turn up that negative pressure again. Say negative 100. See what that looks like. A little more intense, but it sure does look like it's sticking now. Maybe a little bit too much, though. I am going to turn the wrinkles once more. I think that looks pretty good. It's definitely too stiff in the collar, or it's too floppy in the collar, but it's looking pretty good here. Definitely looks like it's draping down. Hello, Happy Lion. Welcome. Hope you had a good weekend. Same to you. Was busy this morning, but went back and skimmed through the stream. Class limbs look tricky, but the effect definitely pays off. Well, thank you. Oh, I'm definitely having a good day so far. Slowly working off the. I was a little tired this weekend. Kind of played a lot of VR and racquetball, so exhausted, but in a good way. Just getting just hard to start work sometimes on a Monday. I'm sure everyone relates to that. It's just like kind of a struggle sometimes. Bada boom. All right, let's try adding. I would like to make the collar stiffer. So we're going to make a vertex group here. We're going to call this pin, assign it, go to our clone, and pin group. Bam. Say stiffness 0.2. With the model being made, I've been working on getting back into VR in general lately. Hey, heck yeah, I've been playing a lot of Beat Saber and getting mods working. Oh, very, very cool. Gonna be trying Pavlov for the first time today. Oh, heck yeah. I really liked Pavlov, and I play a lot of this game called Contractors, which is pretty similar to Pavlov, but you can jump. And I love shooters in VR. They're so much fun. There's really nothing quite like it. Nothing at all. I was like playing it the other day, and they have this ninja mode in Contractors, like bow and arrow. It's just like getting people in the head with it. Super, super satisfying. It's amazing. It's super fun. That looks pretty good. I think that looks like a vest. I'm gonna try one thing. Yeah, I got Skyrim and VR working recently, and somehow, yet again, defaulted to Stealth Archer. I have right, just because VR Archer in Skyrim is so satisfying. Every time I play like a stealth or Elder Scrolls game, I'm like, I just end up doing exactly the same thing. I feel a little guilty about it because you kind of cheese some things in the game, but if they're gonna let me do it, then I'm gonna do it. I'm hoping this will work nicely. That. Whoa. What just happened? How did that break it? Somehow I broke it. Okay, let's undo that. All right, something is really wrong. Just gonna reload the file. Let's go to cache and let's delete all bakes. Delete all bakes. Haunted cloth sim. I know, yeah. What's going on? That's so odd. I must have broken something making this additional edge here. Oh yeah, looks like. Oh, what the? Ah, ah. Hmm. It is happening. There's no extra vertices. Let's lower the sims. It must be something with the pin group. Let's turn off the pin. Oh, right. Okay. I'm going to duplicate this object, hide the original. The nothing I've done. Oh wait, it's back. Or did I not just not get rid of that yet? Okay. I don't know what happened there. That genuinely was a little haunted. Oh, but we could put that pin group back on. Now what would do that? Lux, what are you doing? Hi. Let's set the pin to 1. Go to Control Tab Weight Paint, and then kind of get rid of that influence as best we can. So it should be stiff, but a little less stiff than what we have. Nice. Lux, what are you doing? Come here. The cat's being goofy. She just likes to go behind my door and claw up the corner of the carpet. Put the sim back in here. And the bake will let play again. I've got a little orange cat, orange tabby. You want to say hi? Sure. Oh, oh, oh. What are you doing? Here she is. So as it turns out, all tabby cats have an M on their forehead. I don't know if you can see that. The M pattern. Yeah, she's a goofball. A little stinky, but a little happy most of the time. Oh, yeah, wait. M for mischievous. It's true. She's a good cat, though. It's actually my brother's. We live together. But clearly she loves me. A cute one. Yes, she is. Pretty lazy. Lazy kitty cat. As all cats are. My brother and I also live together. Unfortunately, his cat couldn't come to the apartment, lives in Oregon with some family now. Oh. Well, good. I'm glad at least the cat's getting taken care of. All right, look at this. Clothing. Now that I think we've really gotten the hang of the clothing now. It's taken me like probably a week to learn. I was doing a lot of this over the weekend, or a lot of cloth simulation over the weekend, but now I think I really got it down. Go ahead and add material. Call it Akai. Make it black for now. Go. Dope. Dope. Add the multi-res. And unsubdivided. Unsubdivided. Perfect. So that's probably where the low poly will be. And same here. And same here. One less for that. So yeah, let's double check. Got everything. A good spot. All right. Yeah. I was like, that's not right. There we go. Okay. Now, look at that. Clothing that fits. And it's got wrinkles, and we'll be able to bake the really detailed versions into the lower resolution versions. So it should look pretty good by the end. All right. Next, we've got a few other clothing items. We got the belt for this little messenger bag, and then the glove and the arm thing, armband. We may as well just do a cloth sim for that too. Go cube, do circle of 8. The only one we're not going to cloth sim is the glove. That'll be a little bit too hard to sim. I don't know. We might try that actually. That'd be kind of cool to see how that comes out. All right, set of cloth. We want to go to shrinking factors, set it to 0.2, something like that. And then, hello, El Peditaka. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. We're working on a VR chat avatar right now, getting some clothing made and a few other things. Oh, actually, dang, I had wanted to adjust this clothing here. I wanted to get the tail to actually. We'll give that a shot in a second. Two, but also distance 0.003. What is a furry? I am from Argentina. And you? I live in Texas, but I am from California. California. Seems like it needs a bit more space here. Oh, actually, we need to take this and turn this up. I speak a little bit of Spanish, but I do not speak it well. No es muy bueno mi español. say negative 50. A little bit. Me. This is okay. It's okay. I don't understand why it keeps clipping on this side though. There we go. Okay, that's better spacing. One more subdivision level. Boom. Play. Slap one more subdiv on the end of that to get these nice wrinkles. That's a little much. It's a little much. I think it's on the wrist. Could also be easier than having to work around the arm joint. Gotcha. Yeah, you're right. It's kind of lower on the forearm. Yeah, it's definitely so it goes above the elbow. I don't mind having it be on the elbow because the nice part about my shaders that I work with in VR chat is I can always hide chunks of stuff. So should never clip. Never clip. Bam. And then I'm gonna turn down how to resist. Say 5. Then do 3. I wish we had a better slider for that. I should be able to, let's say 0 for that. Let's add a shrink wrap. That, say, above the surface. Like so. Then let's see what that looks like. Just kind of and then turn back on that train just a little. 0.1. And I would love to find a way to get those really fine wrinkles. That's like my goal. This. Ooh. That's no good though. That's the one bummer about the shrink wrap modifier is it just goes everywhere. It's like I don't want it to be all the way over here. There we go. Pull that apart a little. So just see how form-fitting detailed wrinkling you can get clothing with shrink wrap and cloth sims. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of like back and forth with this kind of process, which isn't always ideal. Doesn't seem to be doing anything right now. Okay, there we go. Then with shrink wrap on. Shrink wrap's a pain. Wrap method project. Oh, gotcha. Okay. 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 I get how that project method works now. Works a little bit different sometimes. All right, that's good enough. We're not going to mess with this anymore. It's totally fine just how it is. We're going to do 2. Leave the strap on. Let's remove the cloth. Then slap on a solidify. And only rim going to 0.5. Let's see. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Cube mesh. This is the armband. I suppose. Next, we'll do the wrist glove. It's a little bit different because of the size of the hands. Difference in the character size. Let's delete this really quick and then just move that up a ways. All right, and then we'll go here. Actually, I have to do this on this side because it's mirrored. So, fingerless glove up to the first. Wait, for the thumb, it's first joint. Past the first joint. Up to the first joint. So boom, 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 boom. And then up the wrist a little ways. Just say, we'll include this one. All right, duplicado. Separate. I'm going to turn off mirror for this. But flip it. What? 0.6. There we go. So now it's over here. Then we'll want to cut this. Give it that solidify again. The glove doesn't even be as detailed as the additional refuge. The original character sheet and the clothing example use a simplified version without belts on it. Gotcha. Oops. Oh yeah. One. Oh, gotcha. This one does go to the fingertips. Okay, so we'll do that there. Actually, I should say it just goes, it's the whole hand. Okay. Yeah. So we'll do that, duplicate, separate. remove the mirror. And then slap on a, no need collision, this one, solidify. Interesting. I think we'll just remove that and extrude this. That makes a little bit more sense. Yeah, like a displace modifier would be better. All right, that looks pretty good. So go here. Let's slap the clothing material on. I'm not bothering adding, changing things too much as you work, but I think the fingerless will look great if that's simple enough. Absolutely. All I have to do is cut stuff off. So yeah, that's straightforward. Do not. I'll do this, but I will remove this one. Better to know now. Oops. Oh, why did those stay? That should have been deleted too. Try to describe things. Every ref I have is slightly different. No, I understand. It's just the curse of art. Like, not only is it every drawing a little different, but then a lot of times when you come back to like a drawing, you want something a little different out of it. All right, that looks good though. Boom. Boom. And then we'll go back here, turn that down low. We're at 73. This is the glove. Bam. Okay. Excuse me. Q, let's do a circle. 12. Boom. All right. So for the band, just bigger. This way. And then here, do O, sharp SY. Shrink it that way. I kind of also want to do a cloth sim just to get it to conform to the clothing nicely. But maybe that'd be easier with shrink wrap, set project in the negative direction. Dang, I wish I could put a collection instead of an object. All right, then I will use the cloth. Cloth. This should have collision. This should have collision, and the body has collision. Okay. Play. Well. Oh, thank you, Nicole. Welcome. Hope your day's going well. All right, so we're going to add a shrink to it. 0.2. How about 0.1? All right, good enough. We're going to mesh it. Fear when I turn on collision, I'm going to get Gmod fix. It happens. It for sure happens. I had some stuff exploding on me the other day. Set this to multi-res. Okay. I'm going back. I'm going back. And we're just going to do this. Just a little too precise right now. All I really need to do is just move something into position. I'm just too set on cloth. Got my brain set to cloth. Jessica was wanting to watch a stream because her buddy isn't streaming yet. I thought I would try and draw the character. Oh, heck yeah. Jester, your daughter or kid then? Find a phone. All right. Right about there. Just slowly move all the pieces into position. All right. Bag acquired. Desta's my daughter. Well, I hope she's enjoying drawing. Certainly. I started my art career tracing dinosaurs out of a dinosaur picture book when I was very young. That's how it all began. Ooh, okay. All right, that looks perfect. Okay. So now we've done that. Oh, well, good. You're gonna draw Akai. Get some free fan art today, Lion. Ugh. I think I will apply the subdivision and then make the pockets. Maybe. I take that. We'll make the pockets right now. Or should I put the solidify beforehand? Does that work? No. That's the same. Let's take off the solidify. Makes things too complicated. Harder to work with the solidify modifier. There's 3 pockets. 2, 3. Well, let's say 4. 4 pockets. It's got to be 5, right? 1, 2, 3. There's probably 2 more on the other side, so 5 of them. 5, and then we'll do face, extrude individual faces. And we'll do that again. Actually, let's crease them. Then extrude them. Not very irregular. Let's do a cut down the middle. Try that again. One at a time. No, that's not going to work very well. Because these have to be creased beforehand. But then it's going to straighten this out. Interesting. Too obsessed with anything that looks like a lion or tiger. It's a perfect stream then. I am going to apply the subdivision now. Right? I think I have to. Just want the topology to be a little cleaner than it is. When I take this and I indent it, it gets this much smaller. Get this odd little kind of packet look. What happens if we crease these? It's the same effect as creasing these. Oh, that's cute. Okay, so I just have to cut this. that. See? Then we can extrude it. Oh, excuse me. Sorry to yawn. I don't like how this is coming in. It's just very uneven. I think we can go ahead and interesting. I'm going to delete that, and we're going to start this from scratch. Make a circle here of 12. Point 2, SY0. Shrink it a little bit. Close it a little bit. Okay. So now got our bag-ish. We will subdivide. To get them to be a little bit square. Right there. All right. Now that that's pretty square, that's a bummer. I have one more group right here. All right, that's pretty even. Now it should be a little bit easier to create these pockets. Boom. Boom. Just does not look very even. Okay. Now we'll do this. Boom. Okay. Better. I'll do 0.2 E. All right. Let's look at that reference one more time. So these have a little red pouch at the bottom. Going with the simplified version, just make a little up there. There's also a little where the it's like a shoulder pad on the strap. So do that one. It's like this. Oh, turn on linear and shrink it this way, but without the mirror mod. Right about there. Nice. And then we'll do the same thing, but this direction. Get that loop satchel looking. Okay, let's turn on this subdivision. Then get the corners. Oh, I like that. Okay, that's much better. Perfect. Set it to normal. Okay, let's do this one at a time. Then extrude. Then we'll do kind of the same thing. Grab the outer edge, crease it. Then we'll get the corner. Sharp. We're going to select these areas by sharp. Then back to this, shrink them. Try the normal again. It's still a little odd. Okay, that looks pretty good. Then we'll take the top and bottom edge, we'll crease those, fill them, indent them, delete that indent. You know what? Let's go ahead and just actually connect it. Just for now. We can always delete that later. All right, next we need a strap. So looking at here, just like a little shoulder strap. Usually it's just kind of a bulkier segment. So I think to make that, all we really need to do is take these ones, crease them, bevel them, take the interior one and shrink it vertically like that. Maybe make it just a little bit smaller. Anyway, that looks decent. Let's take the edge, Alt S. Meh. Maybe a better way to do that. Let's take this and this and do 0.8 S Y. OYE. Oh. I thought I was doing the same strap. Let's back up a few steps. Should have been doing this one. All right, that looks a lot better. I had put it on the chest first, but as it turns out, it's just really hard to manipulate it once it's already on the body. Oh, actually, let's go. Let's put it back down. Tab Z. I'm going to take this outer edge, turn on O, and move it up so I can line up the top edge because it does have this kind of swoop. Swoop. Swoop de whoop. Boom. Boom. Move it out this way. Let's expand it. I'm going to rotate it. Rotate it. Tab. O. Connect it off. Let's just kind of manipulate it as best we can to get in the right spot. It's not going to be perfect, but it will be very close. Oh, dang it. I thought I had set to smooth. I swear it set that to smooth. Bada boom. There we go. Look at that. Pretty darn close. A little bit more tweaking. All right. Ta-da! Bag created. Right. One final thing I'd like to do. One final. It would have been super, super cool to have the folds reflect that the tail is there. Can I do that? Easily. If I can't, so be it. I can live with that. Ooh! I think I could do this, do a quick little setup to make it work. So I'm going to give that a shot. Oops. What we're going to do is we'll add cloth to zeros. I believe that just works. Let's just make a backup first. Save copy for pre-cloth tail fix. I think that most games are saying that a tail often makes it interact with the clothes. And there's all debate on how to make it work with clothes. Very true. Very true. Oh, you know what? I could probably use this. Grab. Let's be bigger. No. Definitely did not sim it at such an intense height. Pretty sure I simmed it here. 3, level 3. It's laggy. Nah, okay, we're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it. Okay, looks good though. Okay. Doo-doo-doo. And this isn't even with them enabled. Got those wrinkles, these wrinkles. Look at that. Clothing. Okay, let's turn off the clothing for now. Go to here. Ooh. Oh. Well, thank you, Desta. Dun, dun. Dun, dun. Oops. Oh, sorry to be yawning so much. Oh, goodness. No, actually, they don't touch. What am I doing? Yeah, that does not touch. Tail goes down a ways. Tail fuzz. Tail fuzz. It's a Monday. Yawns are allowed. Thank goodness. The yawn police are going to come after me. All right. Look at that. Tail. This thing. Now we can attach this back to the character. Bridge. Merge. Boom. Okay. Tail is now reattached. Okay. I think we're actually getting pretty close to just doing UV mapping. Coffee time. I'd just like to add a little bit more to our trim here. Oh, hear my cat yawning or snoring. I think she's snoring. It's very cute. Still want ice cream. I feel you. But I can see possibly missing is the earrings. Looks fantastic so far. Perfect. Okay, that should fill in this bottom portion. Anything that kind of touches the chest. My cat's just snoring right now. It's super cute. I don't know if y'all can hear it. It's very soft. She's like twitching. My eyes are opening a little bit. Should have your dad bring you back those ice cream sandwiches. Pick up those up almost anywhere to drive from work. Those are my favorite. Oh. This might be TMI, but I think I said this last Friday, but my didn't mean to make the face. Don't know how Twitch emojis work. Oh, no worries. Oh, I don't see a face at all on my end, so. But I had a In and Out milkshake, and it just gave me the worst gas. It was so bad. My brother was not pleased. I gassed him out of the living room. It was funny though. All right, look at that, super good. All right, so we're at 66,000 vertices. We're getting pretty close to the max. A few more tweaks to make to the body, and then make some earrings. First, we just want to make the eyes a little bit wider. or more open. Rip the main, it's too powerful. IDK what the best way to go about balancing details and polygons for alignment. Probably why I haven't seen any in VR chat. Yeah, it's definitely a heavier object, but I think we'll be able to make it work. You can create fur shaders, which look good sometimes. I don't think they would have worked the best with what we have here. Um, but it is pretty amazing what you can do with a little bit of polygons. Really happy I did the chest stuff. Oh, good. One, two, three. Right about there. Boom. Boom. A little bit lower. Like that. Perfect. Nice. Excuse me. Okay. So there's a few things we're missing. Still, let's actually make a list now. Okay. We're going to do the teeth / tongue. Then we need the sideburns finished. And, the claws on the feet. Claws. They're pretty small here. Just a little nubbin. Just a little nubbin. Um, these two to be better. Or actually be better if we simply grease them first so we know exactly where they're going to. Point 8 SX -1, flip them. Then point 2 to straighten them out. Here. boom. And then back to 0.8. About there. Right about there. Boom. All right, then we can take them and extrude them. Decrease them. Take the little tool. Get a little bit long. Boom, 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 boom. Mark sharp. Get rid of that stretching. All right, that feels like it matches pretty well. I think just a little bit smaller. We're good to go. Cute. All right, so we have claws on the hands. We got claws on the feet. Perfect. Go check these off right here. Now we want to get the teeth and tongue in. I'm going to open Caden because Caden has some teeth that we'll be able to extract. Give me your teeth. Actually, I should have opened this one. Right? Yes. Copy. Paste. Oh. What's that? Paste. Save. Okay, there we go. So, few problems. These are too dense. I'm going to apply this to the multi-res, unsubdivide. That and that. Okay. Now we still have a little bit more we can eke out of the hair to ensure that we have enough geometry. Two. Definitely here. One. All right. Hey, thank you for the follow. The Crazed Khajiit. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming by. We're working on an avatar today. At what point we say VR chat starts getting angry? I know Quest has a tiny 10K or something like that. I think my 2770 should be fine. Oh, hello, Frofador. Welcome. Also, hi, Crazy Khajiit. Welcome. Praise Khajiit. Um, so VR chat has a limit in terms of a ranking. Ranking doesn't necessarily mean bad performance. It's more of a rule of thumb. But if you have any avatar that has over 70,000 triangles, it is automatically ranked as very poor, which means that some people wouldn't be able to see you automatically. Uh, so we're trying to avoid that. Uh, but we have some more options remaining on how to get around that because the hair is pretty dense even still. Probably even get down to like zero point 0.1. And we still have quite a bit of room for other things. So nice. I love feline. Oh, good, good. Hope to make my own feline avatar for View Chat at some point. So much to learn, though. Well, this is a good stream to learn from. I pretty much stream the whole week from like 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So there is always time to come by and ask questions and stuff. I'm definitely around and try to keep myself available. I think we'll do like a sphere normals to get this kind of smoothed out. And now we've got the teeth, the twofers. Let's go ahead and pop that material off. And the tongue. Too big. Or maybe I should say too long. So can't see anyone automatically. It's so sad. Got manually enable everyone. Run the original quest, but through a link cable. Can't seem to find a setting to have all enabled by default. Interesting. Um, there definitely is a setting for it. Uh, so you should be able to get around that if you'd like, but it's kind of useful sometimes, especially if you're in heavily populated worlds. It's like stuff stuff adds up quickly when it comes to um, when it comes to that kind of performance. Okay, so we got that. Let's do one cut here. And then we'll take the lip, boom, boom, and my little secret for starting a mouth cavity is to extrude faces along normals. Like that. And delete these. And this. Never seen Blender a custom color before. That's neat. Oh yeah, it's awesome. You can look up Blender custom themes. This one's like a chocolate mint, I think, something like that. um, but there's tons. You can find pretty much whatever kind of scheme you're going for. I was thinking of switching it up again soon to like this electric blue kind of looking thing. We'll see if that happens. I kind of got used to the mint. Once I get the model, I might try import it myself in a way I can use it for Beat Saber. Oh heck yeah! Not that I see that for first person, but it could be fun to mess with. I love seeing a lot of VTuber creators. Oh, I did that the wrong way. A lot of VTuber creators will use their model and stuff. I've seen tons of people importing their characters into Spider-Man, the latest Spider-Man, which was kind of cool to see. Seems like a decent amount of work, though. It's definitely not like a, oh, I'll just do this casually. I hope that more and more games start offering options to, do custom avatars and stuff. I certainly think VR is the perfect space for that. Uh, but I'd love for the kind of market and creativity to be available in more games. There's like the VR game I've talked about a few times, Contractors. It's like you're like fighting a bunch of people, but they all look the same. It'd be so cool to have like your own character in like a shooter or something. I'd be super into that. How long have you been doing modeling work? You seem very experienced. Well, thank you. So I've been doing work in Blender for art for a while, maybe 5 years or so. Um, but I was initially doing it just for concept art. That's kind of what got me into, or what I was trying to do professionally for a while. But then I ended up just as a hobby learning a bunch of stuff for VR chat. And it's really been in these last 3 years that I've kind of transitioned to just doing models in VR chat. And that is what I do full time now, is make models or people's avatars. I love it. It's I definitely my preferred uh, form of work. I would say that I don't like working in the video game industry. I much prefer working for individuals. Yeah, absolutely, definitely a dream job. Um, Question: How long? Do you have time to play VRC? I should, but I don't for the most part. Not in any major way. I'm kind of introverted for the most part. Uh, Honestly, streaming is helping me kind of be a little bit less of a hermit. Uh, so which is good. But I should be getting out to VR chat sometime. I saw two tutorials for importing to BeatSaber. One was an hour long tutorial, and the other was a 10-minute program that may work for any stream. Oh, that's cool. Show your model to anyone you're streaming to playing any game. Ah, let's see if we get Kai working on that. Might be Live VR that you're talking about. That'd be pretty cool. Been meaning to get on and meet Sam for a long time now. It's true. I'm sorry, I drove it over. Dude talks perfectly on stream. No, you can be antisocial. I wouldn't say antisocial as much as introverted. This is like it's it's easy for me to be here when I have like something to do, like a goal, like a anyway, just the weird introversion lifestyle. But I appreciate you saying that. One day you'll catch them. um, but yeah, there's so much. I'm just kind of funny like that. But, but yeah, just with how much is happening inside of VR chat, it's like I really should be in there, meeting people, goofing around, having fun. Uh, I mean, after all, it's like a big part of what I do. I shouldn't be so reticent. Seeing the incident mouth reminds me of that interested accordion tongue you made for the Kindred character. Lots of neat things you did for that one. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that one was super fun. Uh, Funnily enough, the client quite hasn't had time to test the avatar yet, so I was like, it's like, oh yeah, how's the avatar working? They're like, I haven't even been in VR chat for a while. The Great Pug is a great place to meet older, more mature, interested people. It's one of my favorite places. Okay. I do have some fond memories of going in there, farting around. just really need to make my own avatar too. I don't really. I have like a little skeleton guy I made a while back. Never joined the Great Pug. Maybe I should. All right. So we've got the teeth. We've got the tongue. Oh, we didn't line them up though. And we should adjust them to be a bit more lion-like. Lion. What about that one with the steampunk jacket with the bat face on it? It's around there somewhere. I don't think I ever ended up finishing it. It's been hard to juggle um, doing work for myself and then commission work. And it's just because I'm very good at second guessing the work I do for myself. Even though it's like, I love doing this kind of work, but I'll always be like, but is this what I want? And then I second guess it till I never do anything. Advantages of the pub: no kids for the most part, and a big number of veterans, users, simple body and performers. I feel that hard lol. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. Just the nature of art, I suppose. I saw that Ferality was like last week or so. And that seemed to have a lot of veteran users farting around. It's a little too long. Dissolve that one. Rip veteran status. I missed that sadly. Found out too late, lol. I think that with the nature of VR, it's like it seems like there's going to be another one pretty soon, so I'd keep an eye out for it if you're interested. There's no it can happen at any time. There's no like need for a waiting or anything. Sounds like a cool event. Yeah, it seemed pretty cool. I was just watching some YouTube videos about it. There we go. My next big VR step is figuring out a good, affordable full body. Looking it up seems like just within this month, new things are popping up and getting cheaper. Yeah, there was some webcam options that I saw that I was like, oh, that's super interesting. I don't have a personal recommendation yet. I just got some trackers myself. And I need to go fart around with them, see how well they're working. But yeah, I am hoping to see a lot more of tracking. I want better tracking for eyes and faces. Like I want that should be default. Thieves. Gotta get them thieves. All right. I want to scoot it a little bit closer here. These ones, especially, set it to connected sphere. Now let's move. close these gaps a little bit. All right, that looks pretty lion-like. Got some images of lion teeth over here. Make the back teeth a little bit sharper looking and be good to go. All right. Boom. 0.6. I'm just gonna move out the back a little ways. Let's turn this on. Oh, nom 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 nom. Oh, nom nom nom. All right, that looks pretty good. Try to expand the tongue a little bit. Lower it. I think we're getting pretty close to done with that. Then just want to get the roof of the mouth in a nice position. There. Could the canines be a bit shorter, just a bit less eye-catching /striking? Absolutely. Go right there. Bow. All right. Bring this up a little bit. And need to move the bottom of the mouth cavity up a little bit. Right about there. All right, that should look awesome. All right, let's get these two furs a little bit shorter. We'll just do this. Oh, I can't do that because it's mirrored. Dissolve this one. Agree with Khajiit, haha. The way you're able to reshape everything so quick without losing detail is pretty cool. Oh, thank you. Everything you just did would have taken me 2 weeks. just all muscle memory now. You make it look so effortless. Well, thank you. Sometimes it's not, just so you know. There's definitely it's not always so effortless. Okay, we're going to delete half of this actually. There's just a lot of things where it's like Blender is all about. We need to learn how all the neato hotkeys and such to make things faster. I definitely, yeah, it's like a lot of things that, yeah, it's hard to describe, but what the? There's certainly a lot of stuff that when you're starting out with Blender that you end up pressing that you really wish you hadn't. It's just like some random hotkey that takes you like an hour to figure out how to turn off. But yeah, I do have my keystrokes visible, and but you're always welcome to ask what I did. I certainly love sharing what I do know. that work. So if you ever have any questions, feel free to ask. It was nice learning. Thanks. Hey, no problem. Or you're like me and has muscle memory for a whole different 3D modeling program and corrected Blender hotkeys for the industry standard layouts low. But you still use Blender as well. Excuse me. I go back and forth between mine and Blender now. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, I was looking at some of the UV options for like making better UV layouts that Maya has. I got a little jealous. I was like, man, Blender should have that stuff. It was amazing how effortless the UV mapping was. But it's hard to give up something you spend a lot of time learning. I learned my first in school, then felt I was relearning how to breathe, moving to Blender. Setups to make it work like Maya, but then I can't follow any Blender tutorials. I did spend a little bit of time learning Maya in school, but I really struggled with it. I don't know what it was. I just found that I uh, was able to work a lot better in Blender, um, or just it was easier for me to pick up. Um, and then the other thing too was that there were a lot more tutorials for Blender online. All right. So we did the teeth and tongue. Last are the sideburns. Okay. So let's hide the fur really quick. Looks like a biker. The fur missing. And we want to add some of these little fabric tufts. I downloaded Blender and Blender left and right click switch. Even that basics hurt my brain to get used to. I do think that well, I did switch Blender's left click. So left click for me is standard selecting. Like they had the right click for selecting things. I didn't like that. I think that Blender, I'm not really sure why Blender does that. Using my setup inside Blender for a while now. When I look at tutorial, just look to where the setting is in the menu and learn to navigate the menus now. That's smart. Yeah, I think the number one thing I would recommend starting out is just if you can learn the name of something, that's way more important than what the actual buttons are. It's like when you look at this menu, it's like knowing the name of this window makes it a lot easier to search up a solution than just trying to find the solution itself. 2.8 changed left to select, and it's been getting better ever since. It's just every. I mean, there's no other world in which left click isn't select. Every program, even Windows itself, uses left click as select. My XP got playing League of Legends because all my important hotkeys are on Q to ER. Take this. Actually, we'll just run a cut all the way to the top and a cut all the way to the bottom. Boom. And this one has a little bit of braiding to it, or like some a wrap of some sort. So I think we'll just do that with texture. Right about there. Bam. And then we just want to close the bottom. Boom. Boom. And let's rotate it. One. All right. Awesome. Do you use Substance Painter for models you make? I've only used it a bit. Yes, I definitely use Substance Painter. Um, no matter what, for that kind of work, PBR textures, physically based textures, you'll need some sort of specialized software. Like technically, you can do everything in Photoshop or just even in Blender, but that it's pretty challenging. Uh, Project seems to be really moving along. So much being completed in one day. The main was understandably a whole project of its own. Yeah, that one definitely took a while just because it was I'm getting faster at that type of workflow, but getting getting it when something's so fluffy, it's a challenge unto itself. But yeah, I use Substance Painter. Really, the only other there's a few other solutions. I think there's Mari. Mari is another program you can use for painting, 3D painting. And then, but it's pretty pricey. That's pretty crazy. I think it's very very much uh, VFX Hollywood kind of stuff. And then there's also starts with a Q, I think. What's it called? Unreal 3D painting. Quixel. That's it. Um, this one is free, I believe. Or not Mega Scans, but Quixel. Wherever it is. Mixer. Quixel Mixer. So this one I believe is free. But it's a little bit um, kind of neglected by Unreal, I would say. It's pretty good, but it seems to me like it's not a priority for them. And then, of course, there's Substance Painter, which I believe you can get for $30 a month, $15 or $30 a month. That's pretty decent. I like Substance a lot. There's a lot of tools out for it, a lot of nice, easy ways to use it. Uh, I certainly think it's been worth my money to use it at the very least. If you know where to look on the internet, that's true. That's true. Certainly, no one really needs more subscriptions these days. I think I'll do that with a blend shape. I'll have a blend shape to get the fur off the body when the clothing's enabled. For now, we'll leave it like that. All right, I think we're on to texturing now, or UV mapping. UV or pre-UV mapping. My first class, I didn't know how to texture, so I just colored materials with them right on the mesh, and I assumed I was doing it right. And there's not if you're that's not a bad option some of the times. So much of this is so overwhelming to me. just start with one thing at a time. What I would say if you're just starting out looking to make an avatar, it's like get from the start and end in the simplest way possible. You're like, I'm gonna make a stick figure character I can put in VR chat. Like no materials, no texture painting, stick figure to VR chat. What's that look like? And then just add a little bit more to the next avatar, and then just a little bit more. You know, I think yeah, it's very easy to bite off a lot with this work. Uh, so just focus on making it bite sized. Oops. Akai. It would be crazy to watch 1 hour in Sam and walk away being a master blender artist. It always takes time. Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I'm, uh, and something I've recommended to a few people who've come by looking to make characters is like Vroid. Vroid's really great. Like MMD, just buy or find a base avatar that's like already rigged, kind of ready to go, and that way you got a really great starting point. Oh, this is missing some mesh. Oh, cat. I've been an artist my entire life. I moved digital about 7 years ago. Used Clip Studio Paint. Oh heck yeah! All my art's crafts self-taught for the most part. Oh heck yeah! Think a website called Mixamo has free animations. Indeed, messed with importing them over models in Unity. Very cool. I think there is some sort of Blender. Just saw this the other day. Apparently, there's a add-on you can get for getting a Mixamo animations directly in Blender. There's some other stuff there, but I was able to make a basic character controller with a controllable with controller, and it blends different animations together, which was really cool. Oh heck yeah, that's super cool. Very hard-headed when I get my mind set on something I don't get easily. Been learning Blender and Unity for over a year now. Always want to design some video games. Well, that's definitely the mindset you need to have to get through it. Everything's a grind at the end of the day. But as long as you love learning or learning, like you enjoy learning, not that you have to love it, but you enjoy it, then that's really what's going to take you to the end. You know, you like you like the because there's always more to learn with this kind of stuff. It's as deep and as endless as you make it. Excuse me. It's a bit scuffed, but if you run toward animation and a strafe left, it'll blend them if you held forward at an angle. Gotcha. Very neat. And oh, that's super cool. That is very cool. I think I did something similar for not all VR chat avatars are humanoid. I remember doing some my War of the Worlds character rig, but I had to make a little controller for him. All right, so that looks pretty good. We're gonna put the fur into the body collection, And this stuff. All right. What the heck? Why is this missing stuff too? Did I delete something? Huh. Oh. What if it makes him look ready for a heist in that clothing? Lion thief. Then it really is the Pink Panther. I was saying how without the fur it looks kind of like the Pink Panther, but that would definitely kind of seal the deal there. He's also a thief. There we go. Let's fix that up real quick. All right, so we're going to start with UV mapping clothing. Actually, before we do that, let's save the copy. I'm just going to open it again. I love learning. It's just difficult when most tutorials are outdated and you run into very specific issues. Oh, absolutely. They'll definitely feel free to come by and ask for help or direction on that. Because there are things that just, if you don't know it, you don't know it. Those problems that seem to have no solution are always the worst. I find that they usually trail back to a minor step early on that was missed or incorrect. Just press some hotkey or some stupid settings and it enable. Yeah, like there's one thing in Blender that took me a while to figure out. I forget where it is, but uh, one of these settings here. Yeah. So like this here, the options, there's some hotkeys to affect these here. If you have one of these clicked, then you can't rotate things. And like it is such a weak like it's just so hard to search. Maya certainly feels impossible to troubleshoot. I maybe would have stuck with Maya, but Blender has so many more community feedback and tutorials. I also find it's a lot easier to look at. Like for me, visually, when I look at Maya, I just never quite sure where to find things, um, and that always throws me off. Why can't I adjust these? 100 buttons in a row in Maya lol. Nice. We're going to take the clothing bakes, duplicate the hierarchy collection. We're going to call this clothing bakes high poly. I'll hide that. Hide that one. And then we'll go back to our bakes here, and we're just going to mesh them. It's a little dense. There we go. Mine's everything hidden in the depths of a selection wheel. Got to input fighting game motion inputs to get the tools you want. I want to buy. I just have this mouse right now. It's just like a vertical mouse, but I want to buy MMO mouse where it has all the buttons on it. That's like my next goal. That and a standing desk. Those are the two things I really want because they will help help me not destroy my body. Shouldn't have cut all the way through. Oh, gotcha. Let's back up a few steps. Solidify here should have been set to only rim. Then we can do right. Yeah. I have one of those mice, but I can only use it for actual MMO games. Hotkeys and programs is too much for me. I would love it just to have control and shift on my mouse. That is all I want for it, really. Because I find that if you after a week of clicking control and shift with my pinky really hurts. It's like it gets pretty uncomfortable. That's fair. Starting with one key switch at a time makes sense. Yeah, all I want is that. Gonna be able to do push-ups with his pinky alone. Oh, I can't even do that. My that it does look a little bit bigger, actually. Hard to compare, but it looks a little bit more swole. Yeah, it is. Wow, that's funny. There actually is more muscle on this pinky. It's like not a lot, but noticeable because it's just a small finger. That's funny. You guys been hitting the under gym. Pinky get strong. Why is it doing that? Oh, it's because I'm doing SY0. I'm doing SX0. All right. Now we're going to adjust our material here to have a UV texture, image, texture, UV. All this looks like magic to me, lol. I would say genuinely the part, hardest thing to learn is our UV maps. I would that took me the longest to really get. I wouldn't say that I do them perfectly either. There's just a lot you can do with UV maps. It's deceptive. They are deceptive. Unwrapped Metal was probably the trickiest assignments I had. I tried to see how up in the main go. Well, I'm very lucky. It's mostly solid colors. Okay, so here to here. I agree. UV maps are wild, but Blender has some cool tools with the blocking UV vertices. It does. It does. And I have bought a few programs to speed up my process as well. This UV toolkit. Uh, Recently, I've been using the distribute option a lot more because it automatically lines up a lot of vertices, which is handy. Got to spray paint the UV city for the main and call it a day. No need to unwrap flat color clearly. I think we'll go ahead and clear the seam on, well, be a little bit easier to unwrap everything. We'll have them in two chunks. They'll be in two chunks. Eight. But I actually kind of like UV mapping now. It's still not like a fun process. But it's a little bit nicer as time goes on. But it's definitely one that absolutely shreds my pinky. Because there is a lot of clicking stuff. Shift click that. Shift alt click this. Endless. I think it's satisfying once I get the whole UV out laid out nicely, like a first experience seeing Minecraft textures. Oh, absolutely. It's like it's almost like its own little Tetris game. Speaking of pinky workout, I wonder how many times a day you press Control Shift, like a step tracker. That'd be nuts. I would be pretty interested to know. It's a lot. It is a lot. There's that one. A little too much. Well, sorry for answering this, but did you have school for modeling or just learn as you went? So I had one semester of Maya in school, um, but I did not do very well in that class, and I frankly did not enjoy it very much. Um, and then I pretty much learned everything else from YouTube. Nice. Yeah, YouTube has been my friend while learning all of this. Yeah, I prefer it in a way. I think that there's a lot of benefits to having a structured environment. Um, but I found with like this kind of work, I tend to work best when I have a project that really motivates me on its own, like making an avatar. So that was a little bit easier in a way because I could just focus on the task that I found interesting. We'll put the cursor right here. I'll take these. 6.1. Well, Google is the most important tool for anything online for sure. 100%. Took two classes in college as my electives slash interests. It was a good starting point, but Maya probably wasn't a good starting point. It's nice to have the ability to learn what you want slash need want to. Absolutely. And man, I would say even more nowadays, if you haven't tried it, praise Khajiit, Chat GPT is quite useful. And I have never tried it for Blender troubleshooting stuff yet, but I think the next time I'm in the need of trying to solve a solution, some sort of problem on Blender, that'll be my first stop. It only came to me as I was talking to in this conversation. I haven't used it for that kind of stuff, but it's just like, oh, that makes so much sense. Actually, I swear I saw something that in the Blender Discord. So there's an official Blender Discord. I think they are training an AI to answer those exact kind of questions. So not only is there Chat GPT, but there actually is an AI specifically for Blender, made by Blender. I think there's some YouTuber Royal Skies. I think he was talking about it. Yeah, that's pretty dope, honestly. Certainly wild. It certainly is a wild time in this world we live in. With all this AI stuff. I've ranted and raved about that on stream before. And I won't do it again. Uh, did you ever see or read about the movie Interstellar and how they made the first accurate black hole simulation? I did not. I didn't know that they were the first to do that. That surprises me. That's Christopher Nolan for you. It must be the most accurate thing ever to exist. All right, so these should be like up here. Well, I really just want to straighten these out, so we'll just do this. I don't have to do that. Let's take a look at my other pant leg. Maybe not the first show what it looked like, but I think the first simulation where it just put a furnace in map and hit go and made a black hole. Fascinating. That's super fascinating. Yeah, it's pretty nuts to think that just in our universe there are very direct and exact limits to anything. Just oh yeah, once you do hit this threshold, you break reality. And that's like real thing. It's not like like yes, reality just actually breaks at this point. Cool, 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 cool. Thanks, man. Oops, 28 to 2, that's 0, bada boom. Do, 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 do. I hope they weren't using ray tracing effect by the gravity of the black hole. I can hardly see any normal computer bursting in flames. RTX on. RTX off. RTX off. All right. So that's pretty good. It's not perfect, but I didn't expect the edges to be perfect. But I could make them perfect. Oh, I should have done that earlier. Dang it. I should have actually distributed them at the same time. Oh, live and learn. Live and learn. Okay. Well, man, things are happening. I'm just in here like, whoa, man. Well, I'm glad it feels magical. We're just slowly massaging the mesh into the place we want it to be in. Basically, our goal is to try to line up our seams, and you can actually see it happening as we go through it. So they're kind of mismatched down here. We're trying to get them to line above. Kind of just have to go one at a time. It's going to get a little uneven here. What tools are you using to match these lines? Um, right now, I'm just using the scale. So S to scale and then Y 0. So scaling on the Y axis to 0. The madman his eyes. I got that much from just watching do it. I'm going smooth brain like no clue in my brain. That is a-okay. You'll learn about osmosis. Oh, uh-oh. That's right. Do 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 do. This is correct. It's just is it though? No, I messed up. Right. One of these is messed up. Which one? Right here. This one. Okay, I see. Okay, so this one. No, I should have done that here. So this line, these ones here. First, take this one. Just move it up. Boom, boom. That's right. That should still be right. Wouldn't scaling the edge loops make that section turn flat? So right now, only the edges are pinned. So the edges are getting scaled flat. But once I pin the interior section, um, uh, it wouldn't be flat. So I usually let the interior kind of move around a little bit. Not always. For pants, it seems to work the best because they kind of like turn and squish and go in and out. So letting them do that on the V map seems to help a lot as long as the boundaries line up nicely. All right, so it's something to do with this little loop here that gets a little funky. Don't quite understand. Actually, why are these two together? They shouldn't be. Oh, that's why. Okay, they shouldn't be together at all. Gotcha. All right, I was confused because of that, but now I am not. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Looks like you have two loops clapped together. I think it's just, yeah, that's what I was wondering. Usually, I will for like the body. I like doing little cuts like that. Uh, so I'm used to seeing that in a UV map, but that is not the case with these pants. But we're still off. Just undid the work I just did. To SY0. Okay, and then this loop. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Mm-hmm. There we go. But now, since I lined them all up, now they actually meet at the edges here. It's not perfect, but it will certainly be better than letting them be mismatched. They should meet here too. Yeah. Yeah. All right, that looks good. The pantaloons are dune. Pantadune. Actually, no, they're not. I need to fix this part here. Bring that up. Um, what's going on? These ones should be up here. There we go. All right, that got a little funky. I've seen your pop-ups for Control Z times 15 remind me of the dread I felt when there's no an undo limit by default. Oh yes, the dreaded Blender limit. I have encountered that too many times. The curse. There we go. Bad memories, lol. Yeah. All right, pants done. Let's move on to the tank top. This one should be a little bit more straightforward. We'll just want to get the multi-res down to 1 and apply. And then we can be kind of fun with this. If we do a cut just here and here, then it does this kind of unfold like that, which is a little nice. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I don't like thinking about that. Can understand not wanting to fill your RAM with programs history, but who limits the undos to 15? An absolute madman. Yeah, I don't think that was thought through. Just like someone who uses Blender who believes in suffering. Actually, I should be able to. Excuse me. Sorry to burp. Actually, this is all square. I should just be able to select it and use straighten. Perfect. We're going to cheat on this one. Just straighten it out. Easy. Is the 15 the default limit? In my head is, or it used to be. Following the first time setup tutorial is definitely important for both programs. So many things that shouldn't be default. That is a good idea. I never actually thought to look up that exact kind of thing. Just like first time setup. It's like, there's like the first time tutorials, but first time setup actually makes a lot of sense. All right, now what we want to do is distribute. We'll actually select this. Select just the boundaries. No, this is fine. I want them to line up though. Oh, they won't line up perfectly. No, this is okay. It's okay. All right, tank top down. Let's hide those two and look at the vest now. Vesta now. To EV level viewport of 1. Mesh. Can we just unwrap this one? Yeah, I guess we can. No need for cuts on this one. Maybe actually some cuts right here. And what we'll do is we'll select the bottom here, 1, 2, and pin and straight. Whoa. Then pin and just pin the top section here. Oops. All right. Oops. Bam, bam, boom. Put the cursor there. 6, 0. Wow. All right, that's pretty good. Pretty nice. I could probably straighten this out a little bit more to prevent some stretching. But it's not super necessary. Yeah, I'm okay with that. This one's interesting. Do a cut here. All right. And then again, boom, boom, point 2, pin SX0. Let's take the top, flatten that, move it up, take the bottom, flatten that, and take this segment. Actually, this segment. Distribute. Boom. And distribute. Look at it. UV mapping is so pretty. Oh, thank you. Definitely need more practice and learn more of the tools. Well, I got this UV toolkit back. It's been pretty useful. I do think that it would be a little bit harder without it. So, most likely, I would recommend paying for a tool. But that's kind of not always, kind of sucks. Like, oh, free software, perfect. I have what I need, and then it's like, well, then you got to pay to really get what you want. But I found that it's worth it. That's what I'm trying to say. I'll have to remember what it is, though. I don't know if it's available anymore. Okay, get a little bit crazier with it, but it looks clean on the outside. I think we really just want to straighten out sections on the bags. So let's do that. Take this. I guess I'll boom, 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 boom. 0.2 PSY0. Nice, look at that. Square. Ah, fuck it. I'm just going to do that until there's fun. We might as well. At least see what it looks like. Yeah. No regrets. Lastly, point 2 PSY0. All right, that's as good as it gets. Just throw it over there. This one, the tube. Tubes. Tubes. Makes it easy. Well, as long as I actually mark the seam. Ta-da! Done. And then thankfully I am using a hand base, so this one's kind of ready to go. Well, at my own base. It's a base I made, but it does save me some time. phone. Nice. Probably make these fingertips a little bit long. All right. It's kind of handy. Working on a female bass for a while, hoping to finish it after this one commission I've been stuck on. Oh, heck yeah. Well, that's very cool. I can't wait to see that. All right. Clothing unwrapped, but not mapped. Just unwrapped for now. Try to apply the solidify. That should be okay. Just like to well the maps now. There's no modifiers on any of this. We can go ahead and combine it. Select all of them. UV average. Then for the fun part, UV pack, heuristic, advanced, quality, 800. Boom, boom. Pack. This is one I paid for here. Soon TM. Relatable. It's gotta be. Sometimes the pack tools, I'm a little skeptical there of them. It's when you have like a bunch of tiny things that it's really worth it. But other times it's like, really? You're packing it that way? I don't think so. Do you stream when you work for Fedora? Gotcha. Okay. Well, that's totally up to you. Um, I think it's proved very helpful. I hate to reveal how many times I've been Control Z all day. Yeah, I feel you there. um, it certainly helps me stay productive. Um, but I also think like in terms of getting commissions, it helped a lot because people could see me working. When it came to like getting commissions, there's a lot of it's a lot easier to trust something you can see. So it's like, hey, like I check my portfolio. Also, come by the stream. You can ask me questions directly, and people are like, oh, they stream perfect. Like I can actually verify that this is a real human being. Great for sure. I'm not in a rush to get more commissions right now. Fair, fair. We can do a collaborative VR chat avatar stream. Would be cool. Make a little creators club. Multiplayer blender. There is actually that. I totally forgot I saw that recently. I saw someone network blender recently. That would be super fascinating. There is? Fuck yeah. That would be fun to do, like a little real time challenge. I have no idea how it works. I can't tell if it'd help or just be like impossible to tell what's going on. Maybe for world building fun. More internet magic. Exactly. Welcome to the wizard's world. Alright, seems like we got more room here. Really trying to figure it out, but I think that's good. We'll just scale some of this stuff. I'd rather have the hands scaled up. Um, each do half of the same model. Dope. I'd be fighting with a person against someone else. I was had two people extrude the same face at the same time. I have no idea. My mild OCD is pleased with this layout. Good. It's so square. It's so square. All right, I think that's looking pretty good. Got all the clothes laid out nicely. Even not on the same floor, you could instead both start with the same figure, center scene, and Frankenstein two have models together. That would be interesting. That's definitely something I feel that would be fun to promote. Shit. Just EP loose parts. Bada boom. Bakes. HP. Surgeon Simulator Blender Edition. Even if not in the same folder, you could both start with the same figure set it up. I like that. Maybe like 2 4-hour limit post stream challenge or something. I like that idea. That's pretty fun. An old drawing game where you fold a piece of paper, you have lines revealed that connect the other half of a drawing, and the other person finishes it. Hmm. I don't think I've ever played that, but I get the idea. Well, don't time me. I'm not as fast as Sam. It would be really cool. I wonder how that works, though. Let's see. Blender. Uh, block. What's it called? That's the blender. Mixer. Oh, check that out. Okay. I guess the object would be locked if you started editing it. Someday I'll make the leap. Oh, hey there, fat nasty. I'll make the leap into character. Right now, I have a huge environment project in front of me. Maybe I'll add people to the scene when it starts to come together. That's fair. That's fair. I mean, worlds are just as popular, if not more popular, for commissions and stuff in VR chat. So if you're looking to do that, uh, it could work. Interesting. So some things are networked. That's just streaming. That's pretty cool, honestly. Really enjoying environment slash hard surface work. Oh heck yeah! I really suck at environment work. I struggle with it a lot. No armatures. Yeah, what's up with that? At least we could do the mesh together, though. I'm sure it's a pretty hard problem to really do, though. I don't even know what kind of math or coding magic is involved. Okay to share whip? Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so the hands are unwrapped. Perfect. Oh, I should. I'm actually going to go ahead and mesh mesh the object. And then we're going to delete half. Show your work. Oh, dude, that's looking great. Wow. Very, very cool. Nice. That's very cool. I like the rings up here. Is it gonna be like a steampunk? Sorry, need to get in this crack. There we go. The green on glass is where I was masking on materials for dirt. Gotcha. Okay. I don't think the mouth came out very well. Dang it. All right, let's undo. Till we get the mods back. Go in here. Lots of work ahead of me. Hey, I mean that you're making good progress already, so you should be pleased about what you're doing. And again, yeah, if you make it if you make environments that are game engine friendly, definitely upload them to VR chat. People get a great kick out of it. Oops. I deleted the butt. There we go. All right. Mirror mod. Excuse me. Sorry to burp. Oh, I did not add any beans to the pause. Dang it. Hey, Joe, welcome home. Glad I caught that now before I applied the subdivision. My cat is waking. My brother got home and it's just like very blearily looking around. Lux. Just like, what is happening? Just a little kitty cat. All right, so we need to figure this out. If we're going to do beans, then I need to have cuts along the front of the toes here. For this one, I'm trying to get closer and closer to photorealism based on a bunch of references of Knaresborough train station. Started as a daily modeling challenge, but it keeps getting more and more detailed. I do not know what Knaresborough is. That does not sound familiar to me. Keep falling further into the rabbit hole. Might have seen it before, I don't remember when. Knaresborough. What a name. Okay. Now, just wanted to do this. So then I could do that. And then dissolve this edge. Bam. Much better. All right. And then here it's a little awkward, but I think we could do a little bit of this. Then boom, boom, boom. All right. There we go. A little bit of foot surgery. It's cool. Train station originally signed in the 1860s. Let's take a look. Henry Road. in England. Wow, what a beautiful place. What the? Sure. That's true. Excuse me. Wow. That is truly an idyllic looking town. Toddlers learn the special ability to turn any shape into squares. All 3D modelers know how to turn any shape into misery. A personal form of torture. Where's the train station? I should just Google that. I'm gonna go work on my first avatar. I plan to sell. Heck yeah! It's been a stressful nightmare. Nice chatting. Catch you later. Same to you, Craze. Thank you for coming by. I'll be here pretty much the whole week, so feel free to come on by. And good luck with your avatar. Wow, very cool. Bye. And I'll probably be working for another 20 minutes or so, and then I'll be calling it. Just want to get this a little bit less awkward. And then move on. Doop, 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 doop. Just a little bit of that. A little bit of this and that. Whoa. All right, that looks pretty good. Okay, I really should just test this. If I do a cut here, hmm. Bam, 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 bam. This one came out a little funny right here. I should correct that. And this is also missing some parts. Drink water. That's a good call. How about some tea? Okay, all right. Much better. Things are looking good. All we want to do is I'm going to remove the seam from this side. Okay. This side. So now the leg unwraps. That looks pretty decent. All right, so I'm gonna leave that there. Now what I want to apply is the mirror or the mesh. And okay, so it will keep the seam as one. Okay, that's perfect. So I can go ahead and mark all my seams in this mode. I fear what the toot button is. Don't want an air horn going off your ear or something. It's actually broken right now, so I need to fix the tune. I'll get that. I'll get that set up sometime soon. But it just plays a little fart sound. There should be a little fart cloud that visually appears on stream, but I do think it's currently broken, unfortunately. All right, and the lips need a cut. And it looks like the nose is already separated. And then the ear, we'll do a cut right here. Well, do we want to do it that way? I think like this would be better. All right. Boom. Okay. Something is still not unwrapping properly. It's probably this over here. No, yes, it is. Why is that? Because there's seams here. Boom. All right. So now let's see if we can speed run this. First for the tail. I'm going to cut the part right here. So it unwraps squarely, which lets me pin it and straighten it, and done. Okay, well, that's down. This one will also be straightened and pinned and done. Then the leg's going to be a little bit more difficult. I am going to actually just call the stream here. Yeah, to go. I got some chores to do and stuff. And I would like to get the UV mapping done today, but I think we'll get it done right. What's the pin thing I keep hearing? So if you think of like a piece of cloth, it's literally like pinning. When I have a selection here, I can select a vertice here. Oh, hey, same to you, Happy Lion. I can go ahead and show you this, and then I'll call it a day on the stream. But the pin just keeps this vertice in place right here, this little red one. So I can pin that one. And then if I went to, let's say, this other side and pinned this other one, when I move that pinned one, it's going to keep that other pin there and kind of squash and stretch it based on the positioning of those pins. So if I pinned the whole top of the leg and then move this around, you can see how the map adjusts itself, constrains itself to the positions of those pinned ones, which is really cool and handy. Sort of the scale, it's like the proportions. It generally will unwrap itself, keeping those pins in place. You can do really odd things, like if I kind of like twist it around, you can kind of break it doing this process. So you just kind of need to feel out what you're doing. But yeah. Well, Happy Lion, I do hope you have a great day. So certainly look forward to coming back tomorrow. I think we'll be able to get into texturing for Akai tomorrow. Um, and Fat Ass Trash 420, cool hanging with you as well. Good job on your train station. Frofador, thank you for coming by. Thank you all for coming by and hanging out with me. It was a lot of fun. Uh, and Actually super nice talking to a bunch of people who into Blender doing stuff with it. That was very satisfying. But look forward to hanging out with you all tomorrow. I do hope you have a great rest of your Monday. Anyone who's lurking right now, hit that follow button. I gotta do that shameless self promotion. So definitely hang out. See you all tomorrow. Bye, everyone. Bye. Bye. Enjoy your day. See you all tomorrow. Bye, everyone.